all praise and Bashim Hashai Bashim Kodash. The bonus unto the apostles of great millstone. And honest brothers will be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. The brother everybody are coming out here to give you this truth with grace and mercy of Yahweh. Bahashim Yahushai Bashim Kodash. Giving all praise unto Bashim Hashai Bashim Kodash. Right, so this is going to be a relatively quick video based on everything that we see. Based on this particular article that we have here. And pretty much within this article, you can really see that, the prophecies are real. And indeed, the children of Israel shall eat their bread defiled amongst the heathen. And in addition to that particular precept, we also have the precept that the men of the Lord was going to eat poison and live. Because we put all kind of efforts, us the men of the Lord, beginning first and foremost with the apostles, we put a lot of effort into the diets that we have. We put a lot of effort into what we eat. We put a lot of effort into how we live out here within Babylon. But there's always an article that comes out, could be about bread, and quite literally the bread that we eat, got all kind of chemicals on it. You go back into the ancient world, you find out that bread wasn't supposed to last that long. But indeed here, bread could just stay damn near indefinitely, which is an indicator of things that are not, not the best. Okay, things that are not the best. Right, we're definitely living underneath a rulership of defiled food and defiled bread and defiled water, as we're seeing within this particular article. But it's nothing to worry about. The Most High said we shall eat poison and we shall live. And so too we live by those words. Okay, we latch on to those particular words. Some brothers got family. Some brothers got children. And some of these things that we read, they're very worrisome. Okay, they're very worrisome. Right? They're very worrisome. You try to do your best to buy particular foods. You go to the Whole Foods. You go to buy organic fruit, which for a lot of this stuff, it's all to do with percentages. All right? Esau doesn't have to make it to where it's 100% beef. He doesn't have to make it to where the chocolate is 100% chocolate. Right? There's thresholds and acceptable levels of poison that Esau allows within these big industries, man. The same thing with this example that I'll just use of chocolate. Pretty much within Esau's industry, within his food industry, they're allowed to have a certain amount of rat poo, and they're allowed to have a certain amount of insects within the production of those particular goods. Which, that's not very comforting, That's not very comforting, which really you ain't supposed to be eating that all the time, We all got our little vices, so to speak, things that we like. Okay, and when you see articles like this, it almost makes you want to feel depleted. It makes you want to feel depleted, man. It makes you want to feel like, what's even the point? Okay, but we're still supposed to have a certain amount of effort, and we're supposed to have a certain amount of due diligence towards our bodies, man. We're supposed to make a little bit of an effort to try clean up our diets, try and make ourselves efficient in doing this work, because if you're just out there eating junk all the time, well, you can't expect your body to produce anything better than junk, because you put junk in, obviously junk is going to come out. That's just life. I mean, that should be obvious. You're going to put junk in, junk's going to come out. But again, like I said, you read these articles, man, you feel defeated, because it's like, well, hold on a minute. You're putting all this effort into your diet. You're putting all of this effort into trying to do something good with your body and that. And it's like, well, what's even the point? Okay, what's even the point? But like the scripture says, thus shall the children of Israel eat their bread defiled amongst the heathen. So this article says 1.9 million bottles of Fiji water sold through Amazon recalled for over bacteria and recalled over manganese. And again, one of the main things that we do here, and we encourage brothers to do, is to try and get your bottled water. That's going to serve two purposes. The water coming out of your taps. Them pipes have been there for decades, sometimes even centuries. I remember a brother had pulled an article showing the images with these pipes, man. When you see the build up of just dirt in these pipes, it is very discerning, man. It's very discerning when you see the build up of dirt within these pipes. It's very discerning. Okay, so you want to get your bottled water, but then you get the bottled water and you read this and it's like, man, well, what are we supposed to drink? Okay, what are we supposed to drink? If we can't drink this, what are we supposed to drink, man? But this is it. We're in Babylon. We're in hell. We do our best, but soon come Yahushai, and upon Yahushui's return, that's when everything's going to be cleansed. Thus saith the scriptures, right? The scripture talks about how the elements shall be broken down. Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. So with that, myself, praise unto Abasi, myself, Abasi Mukor Hakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of the great millstone. Ownership of us to be pushing the truth in sincerity. Shalom.